This video is probably going to be titled Doing My Makeup and Talking About the World. Why not? Right now, it is 2:56 in the morning. I have no idea why I'm up, but all I know is that I couldn't go to sleep, and because I act on impulsive behavior, I thought, why not just go ahead and do my makeup at damn near 3 in the morning? Who wouldn't like that, right? So, like, the makeup we're gonna be using, I'm gonna use this palette that I got from Target, this palette that I also got from Target, I said Target, and then this palette that I got from CVS, I think, and it's really broken, I know, but hey, shit, that's okay, right? I can already tell that my channel's not gonna be high quality anytime soon because I honestly don't have the money to be buying all this expensive shit YouTubers use, so I will go ahead and stick with my iPad, my Snapchat, and my editing apps that are easy to use, even though a lot of people I know are like, shit, you need to upgrade, and I'm like, damn bitch, I know, but do it look like I got upgrade money? If you couldn't tell, honestly, I'm probably gonna be a cow. I made these ears last night. They're stuffed, and I put these earrings on them. I have a bow here, but I think it fell off. But I'm probably gonna be a cow. If not a cow, then I'm gonna be a cat. Because cats are cute. A lot of people like cats, right? These are the brushes. I don't have a lot of them, but that's okay. As long as I can use them, I think it's fine, I guess. I really want this video to be, like, soft-paced. I don't want anybody to feel uncomfortable with any of the topics that I might be talking about. It's just supposed to be a nice video of you guys watching me do my makeup and listening to my opinions on the world and help with anything if you need to. If you don't have someone in your life that can be there to help you and to talk about these things, I mean, shit, I'm here. You just gotta let me know. I'll leave all of my socials in the description so that you can go ahead and message me if you feel the need to. I swear, I'm here for everybody. I'm a great listener, and if I do get upset, I will let you know. I'm not triggered by a lot of things, so you can talk about any topic you want with me, and I will keep that strictly between us and give you all the advice that I can. That's kind of what this video is going to be doing. Weird little noises in the background. Please know that I have music playing because I like it, but I'm probably going to tone it down for this video, and I also have an air diffuser on, and it puts scents in the room and really clears out my nose and everything, and it makes me feel really good. And most of the time, I am probably like vibing like this because I don't really get a lot of sleep like I should be, so more than half the time, I'm vibing like this, you know? Let's talk about parents. Honestly, parents feel the need to try and control our lives and what we can and can't do. To some extent, yes, they should be able to, because they want us safe, you know what I mean? But at the same time, when it comes to the point where they're controlling over every little thing, who you can see, what you go ahead and do in your free time, what things you can and can't say, who you want to love, who you choose to believe in, your other views, it's okay to be like, hey, you need to like back off just a little bit, and you are completely valid if you have ever done that. And if your parents really can't accept the fact that you have different views than them, or that you are your own person, then they really need not to be interacting with you at all, regardless on if they're your parents. I get the whole concept of like wanting to protect your kid from the world and all of that, and like that is perfectly okay, but if your kid seems distressed around you, won't tell you anything, clearly you would think that there's a reason for that. And what a lot of people don't understand is that a lot of kids' trauma starts with the parents. And it's sad that they fail to realize it. And then they question why their children won't come and tell them anything. Like, maybe you would think that they would use their brain and figure that they were being, like, a little too on the pushy side. And that's why their kid is refusing to talk to them. You know what I mean? Honestly though, if you're preparing to have kids, you should not always expect a kid that's up to your expectations, because every child is different and every child has like their own different needs, so there should be no reason why you should be treating your kid as if they're like your property. Yeah, you gave birth to them or whatever, but there's really no need for all that, because then they're going to end up feeling uncomfortable around you, and you're going to start getting upset because they don't want to tell you anything. And then you're going to try and force them to do some other things that they don't want to, just so you can get them to open up. Maybe if they thought, hey, maybe I'm taking my actions a little bit too far, then they would like back off a little bit, you know what I mean? But for some reason, they just have this weird tendency to do as they please, all because they feel like because they birthed or is taking care of that child, they have power over everything that they do. I really don't understand the point of parents telling kids that they aren't accepting of their sexualities either. Because if you're having a kid, you can't just expect them to be straight off the bat, because being straight or heterosexuality is not the default sexuality. Your kid is gonna come out however they fucking please. And the fact that that's really such a problem for some people kind of irks me. Because if you're having a kid, there's no reason why you should expect them to be a certain way, because you don't know for sure how they're gonna be. You're just going off of a whim, and that's not cute. Whims are not a good look on anybody. I don't understand those parents that are like, I'm your parent before I'm your friend, or like, I'm your mom before I'm your friend. Like, yeah, we get that, but it's like, sometimes, bro, sometimes what we don't need is a parent, because parents can be overbearing, overwhelming. They can do the most over the littlest of situations and choose like to ignore what we truly need. Sometimes what we need when we're feeling some type of way, sorry for the loud noise, is a friend. And if we're choosing to come and consolate with you, you should not make it your duty to make us feel bad about it. Because at that point, it's like we came to you for help, and yeah, we get it. You might have a different opinion from what we did, but we also don't need you making us feel more bad about it than we already do. We get it, something happened, and yeah, we came to you, but that is an automatic excuse to give your opinion on something that's not. So if there are any parents watching this, please know that just because we come to you for advice doesn't mean we want to be scolded. It means we need help. We came to you for consolation, and we're counting on you to give us that consolation that we need. It's not really a big deal, and just because we come to you doesn't mean that we want a whole life lesson on what we should and should not have done. That just means we need somebody to be there for us, and not to tell us how we should feel, but how it's going to be okay and how we'll feel better. Like, please stop doing that with your kids. And those parents that always think they're right, and when you're in an argument, they'll be asking like, oh my god, did you just give me back talk? Did you just talk back to me? Like, no. Parents, your child giving you their opinion or something, or like respectfully telling you that you might be wrong and that there's a certain reason for something that might have happened, doesn't mean that they're disrespecting you or talking back. They're trying to have a conversation with you, and you, as an adult figure, are using your quote-unquote authority to put that down. And my thing is, a lot of parents don't realize that the shit they do isn't even because they need it to be done, it's because they have authority and feel like they can use it. Like, that is messed up, and you wonder why your child has issues. Like the color scheme, so I'm redoing it. I'm probably gonna do black and white, so like, yeah, be in trust with that. But to continue what I was saying, parents really think it's okay to disrespect their kids, and I cannot wrap my head around that. Like, just because you're an adult doesn't mean I'm about to sit here and let you disrespect me and my name like that. Like, what makes you think that you can go ahead and say all of this stuff to me and expect me to be okay with it? Aren't you the one that raised me like this, to not take disrespect from anybody? So why is it so different when it's disrespect coming from you? Just because it's coming from you doesn't make it any different. It's disrespect regardless, and nevertheless, I'm gonna say something back. I don't care if you tell me that I'm talking back. You're disrespecting me. I feel disrespected. So as my parent, you should understand that I feel disrespected and feel some type of way, and you should probably try to fix it. That's what parents do. They're there for consolation, to raise their child into a world where they can feel safe and confident. But with all of this BS, it's not helping. Like, I promise you, it's not. It's really not hard to let your kids know that if something's going on, they can come to you. And it's really not hard to not let your authority get in the way. Parents feel like this because they have authority. They can do a lot of the things that they do. That is not the case. Regardless, you're still a human being, and all of these other human beings that are around you also have feelings and would very much like it if you would stop acting like they don't. You are not the only human on this earth. There are other people there. So there is no reason why you should be acting a fool the way you are. Like, absolutely no reason. Honestly, those parents that are like, oh my god, maybe if you weren't on that goddamn phone. I don't think a lot of people plus parents realize that the reason kids are on their phone a lot is because that actually kind of helps them. Being on people's phones really helps. Calm down your anxiety. It gives you something to do when you really don't have anything else to do. You have a lot of friends that you can talk to if they're not there with you. Social media, looking at different people living good lives and getting serotonin from watching videos on the internet. It just really be making people happy sometimes. And sometimes it doesn't. But that doesn't mean it's not helping your kid in some type of way. And I really don't think a lot of parents see that. Another problem is that they think that because they were raised or came up in a certain way, they have to raise their kids the exact same. You do not have to raise your kids the exact same way that you were raised. Your kid is your own person, not a mini version of you. And I really hope they tend to remember that. So those parents that whenever their kid goes to tell them something, they think that's an invitation to tell the rest of the family as well. And it's like, if your kid is only telling you this information, that is not an invitation for you to go and leak their privacy like that. They're telling you because they trust you, and now they're not going to trust you because all you do is run your mouth around other family members about your kid, when you really shouldn't be doing that. And instead, you should be worrying about ways on how to help your kid. You know what I mean? There's really no reason for you to be running your mouth with other family members about business about me. If I wanted you to tell them, I would have went and told them myself for all of that. You know what I'm saying? And I really genuinely think it's a problem for them. They genuinely do not understand the things we go through and how hard it is to tell them about shit that we need to do or that we're feeling, because they have a tendency to go and tell other people, which is not about cute. Parents. We can talk about them in a completely different video. But because this video is titled, Let's Talk About the World, or doing my makeup and talking about the world, let's actually talk. I so badly want to sugarcoat the matter, tell you that everything's good and that you have a chance to make it out as you should be. But the truth of the matter is that is not the case for a lot of people, and by a lot of people, I think y'all know what I'm talking about. And it's sad because a lot of people will say, oh, well, America is one of the greatest places on earth, and oh, this place has more freedom than ever, and stuff like that, but fail to realize that America is truly a place for straight white people. And I also don't think that a lot of people know that the people they hang around with also show their views. A lot of people would use the excuse, oh, I'm not racist, I have so-and-so, or I know so-and-so. Just because you know somebody that's like the way you're trying to describe doesn't make you any less racist, homophobic, xenophobic, or any ableist, or any of the other things. You can still be that while knowing those people. And the sad truth of the matter is that a lot of people are like that. And they'll use that excuse over and over and over again, but will constantly have the views, opinions, and other thoughts that make them out to be the way that they're claiming that they're not. Don't you think it's a little off that you claim you're not racist but have inherently racist friends? I don't think that makes any sense. Do you think it makes any sense? It doesn't. Which is bringing me to this point. How are you claiming that you're not racist, but you're hanging with people that have racist views? Because at the end of the day, if you're still hanging around those people, that means you're okay with the shit they're saying. Especially if you know that they adamantly say it, without hesitation. So if you're not racist, why are you still hanging around those people in the first place? If you're not homophobic, why are you still hanging around those people in the first place? Transphobic, ableist, xenophobic, all of it. Why? What's the point? Just let those people hang out with each other. Why can't you hang with people that actually care about us? Why do you have to hang around with people that don't? That, are proving you to be a bad person? Just because you claim you're not a bad person, your views, opinions, thoughts, people you hang around with, especially, those are showing that you are a bad person. And I know I'm probably gonna get canceled for a lot of the things I'm saying right now, but it needs to be said. And also, it's depending on who watches this video. If the right people watch it, then nothing's gonna happen. But if it gets into the hands of the wrong people, then people are gonna feel some type of way, even though it's completely true. But it needs to be said. If you're white, there's no reason why you should be involving yourselves on POC issues, accepting apologies meant for POC, indulging in our languages such as AAVE or any other language that we claim. There's no reason why you should be using our slurs either for us or against us. Like, there's no need for none of that. If you're fucking straight, there's no reason why you should be giving your views on LGBT plus problems. You should not be indulging in our slurs or our lingo. You need to stay the fuck out of it. It's not yours to claim. You need not to be in it. Like, I get it if you want to learn about it, but if you're just actively using it for like a joke or something, it's not cute. It's not you. Same thing goes for like fucking disabled people. You should not be making a mockery out of any of their issues. You should not be accepting apologies that are written by anybody that has mocked disabled people. You should not be indulging in using their slurs. If they tell you that they're offended, they're offended. Just shut the fuck up. Honestly, like, honest to God, the amount of people I've seen that are not a specific type of person accepting apologies everywhere from people that have mocked specific type of people and have used oppression against the minority who aren't the minority is astonishing. The amount of white saviors that I have seen fucking everywhere. Like, dog, this is not your fight. You should not be talking over us and over minority voices. You are the majority, so you have a voice already, so let us have ours. We don't need your input. Right now, at least. The people that are like, oh, this generation is so sensitive, they can never take a joke anymore, ha ha ha. No, it's simply the fact that you should not be putting yourself in a situation where you are making a joke about us, because at that point, yeah, we're gonna get offended, regardless of if it's a joke, because you're making fun of our fucking struggles. You're making jokes out of struggles that are very, very real, that we genuinely struggle with, that we did not give you consent to in the first place. And it's crazy because niggas will, like, take that and be like, oh, this is just proof that you're sensitive. Y'all really can't joke about anything anymore, haha, wish we can go back to the old days. Okay, bitch, we'll go back to the old days then. You better find a fucking nigga that can teleport and you better dip. Just because we telling you we're offended does not mean that we can't take a joke, because trust me, out of all the generations, this one is the one that can take a joke. But we also don't take nobody bullshit either, and I think that's what's not processing for y'all. Like, hide their shit behind being or like indulging in dark humor. That's not what you're doing. Is not dark humor. You're just being straight up a fucking offensive, and it's not funny either. And people that think it's funny seriously need to go get some help. Like, I have genuinely not met someone who has thought any type of rape joke, racist joke, xenophobic, homophobic, like, misogynistic. I've never met somebody who genuinely thought those were funny. But the amount of people that I see that think that shit is funny, it's fucking not. It's rude, and you're making fun of other people's trauma, which is not dark humor. Again, dark humor is your own trauma being made into a joke. Not everybody else's. So if you're calling somebody a porch back nigger, 12 lashings, and you're not black, then you're just racist. You're just racist. It's not funny. It's not funny, because it's not your trauma to make fun of. I don't understand why people can't just accept that it's not okay to make these types of jokes anymore. People have grown the fuck up and got fucking educated. They know what the fuck is up now. So if they're telling you, hey yo, this shit, it ain't cool, dog, and your first response is to argue, then there's something fucking wrong with you, and you need some serious mental help. Cause not only are y'all masking offensive words behind being jokes and shit, you're also using them out of the fucking place, and you're also being a dick while you're doing it. And I don't think anybody fucking wants that. Cause I know you would be mad as shit if somebody, if you were in that person's shoes, they would be mad as shit. Including you. You would be mad as shit if somebody were to do that to you when you was in their shoes. So why the fuck are you doing it? Like, you see how that doesn't make any sense? Let's move on to a different topic. And I feel like I might be getting way too deep into this, dog. But then again, this is talking about the world, and we finna be mad fucking transparent in here. But it's crazy how you got idols, TikTokers, you got fucking politicians, and you just have celebrities in fucking general that can get away with the weirdest shit, dog. Like, just because they're celebrities don't mean shit. They still people. They still fuck up all the motherfucking time. And you just sitting around letting them do this shit and still giving these people a platform. Actually fit. Let me call out some motherfucking names because I don't think y'all can I really don't think y'all understand the concept of this. Y'all really have these people out here doing some unexcusable shit, making songs about it, laughing about it on the internet. When these niggas need to be in fucking jail, they need to be rotting in prison, dog. And y'all laughing at it? All of these celebrities and politicians involved in scandals like the Pizzagate scandal. I don't know if that was proven wrong yet, but there's so much evidence that points to that shit being real. You got fucking niggas like Donald Trump, y'all excusing his behavior like he ain't murdered somebody and have multiple sexual assault allegations against him, 7 of which include fucking children under the age of 13. And then you got motherfucking, these TikTokers like fucking Tony Lopez and Zoe Laverne. Isn't Zoe Laverne 19 and she's dating a 13-year-old or was? That's fucking pedophilia and y'all are letting that shit slide. Then there's this dude, I don't know his fucking name, but he made a song not excusing, but laughing at the fact that Tony Lopez, who is a grown-ass man, was grooming a fucking child. Literal children. And y'all are laughing at it and making songs about it. And honestly, I don't want people to think I'm a snowflake, but that shit is ugly. It's not cute. For real, you have all of these people out here who have proven time and time again to be racist, sexist, homophobic, all of it. Damn, some of these niggas is pedophiles, and you laughing at it and letting that shit slide. Like, hello, you got people out here that are indulging themselves with children, not even teens, they're children, and you're letting them, and you're laughing it off. Like, is that shit funny to you? And then you be having no concern at all for like the victims and shit, and that don't make no goddamn sense. And some of y'all, oh no, some of y'all is a completely different story. Like, I don't even want to get, that's a whole other video all in and of its own. Like, I don't want to talk about that. Let's get back into the softer stuff. We've talked about the industry to parents. We talked about what we could. This is gonna end soon, but while we're here, let's get back into the soft stuff. I don't know if any of you know, but if you're struggling with something mentally, there is always gonna be somebody out there that cares, including myself. Your mental health, what you feel is valid, what you go through is valid. You are not any different from anybody else in your surroundings. You are not any different from the people that can also live their life. You are just a normal human being trying to live, and that's okay. You're valid, absolutely valid. There's nothing wrong with you. You are perfect the way you are. Your trauma, your experiences, what you're feeling, what you have done in the past, what you are, doesn't make you you. You get to decide who you are and how you appear. You are the one thing that your mind should be afraid of. And I'm saying this because I know a lot of people have minds that they get afraid of. They're afraid they might act on those thoughts that they have. I'm here to tell you, though, that you are the controller of your mind. Nothing can hurt you if you don't let it. And you will get through whatever you're going through. And if you don't, that's okay too, because what you go through, what you see and experience, doesn't define you. You're still gonna be you at the end of the day, still perfect. Those thoughts that overtake you, those aren't real. That's your own head. And you have the power to stop it. You are strong, and you always have been. You just have to let yourself believe that you are. And if you're going through something, you cannot let that define who you are. And this is coming from someone who always lets whatever they see or go through define them. And I don't like to do that to myself. but it just happens sometimes. And I completely understand if it happens to you too. But you're still here. You're holding on. And if no one else has told you, I'm telling you that I'm proud of you for that, because you're brave and you're keeping up with what you can, even if it's not all of it. You're allowed to have opinions and feelings and thoughts on things, and no one else is allowed to tell you that you can't. Freedom of speech. You are your own person, and you are nobody else's person, unless, of course, you're innocent. But at the end of the day, you are your own person, whoever you decide to be. Your identity is yours, your personality is yours, your look is yours. And you really shouldn't let people tell you that you can't be something, or that you aren't. Because if you want to be, then you are. And that's just the foundation of it. You can build yourself your own personal paradise just based on how you feel alone. You don't have to let all of these people, all of these thoughts consume you. You are your own being, and you can control what happens around you. That's just the truth. Everything that you choose to do in life should be for the satisfaction of you, and that's really the gist of it. You shouldn't change yourself for other people just because they want you to be something. If you know that you're not okay with it, don't let them do that to you. You're stronger than that, and you know yourself better than that. You are your own person. You're not anybody else's person. Yeah? You are strong. You're brave. You're getting through it, and you will get through it. You know what you need, and it's okay if you're not going to act on it or if you don't know yet. I promise that you will know eventually. You are valid and worth so much to so many people. And it's okay if you think that you aren't either. Because there will always be those people that will try to convince you that you are worth it. And I will be one of those people. If you're going through something, please know that you are valid and that you are heard and you are seen. I acknowledge you. If that helps any. I'm getting sappy. I'll probably make another video on mental health alone. I have a lot of those issues, and I have a lot of ways to try and distress and calm myself down when they do come. So I'll make another video sharing my story, how I, get through it, how I'm able to work through it, or how I at least try to. And hopefully that will help one of you out there, if any of you ever see this, that is. And I really hope that this video wasn't too sad, but honestly, I really can't sugarcoat anything. It needed to be a rude awakening. I know there are some people here watching this that didn't agree with any of the opinions / facts that I had, and I know that there are going to be some people that are upset by what I said, but everything I said is true, and I have proof to back it up. I really hope all of you are okay. If you need something, again, all of my shit's in my description, so you'll know. I'm gonna put on a sweater to match the eyes, and hopefully it looks good. If not, then that's tough. I'm not doing this for anyone else but myself, so hey, this is the look. I put on a black and white sweater to match the eyes, and at the end of the day, I really think I look more like a deer than I do a cow, but that's okay. I look cute. I think I look cute, even if I don't. Even if I don't, I don't. I can't really say anything about that personally, but hey, it's truly whatever though. But I really hope you guys are doing okay, and if you need someone to talk to, all of my socials will be in my description so that you can come and rant or talk to me if you need it, or if you need any advice or how to deal with something. I am here. I really should start posting more, shouldn't I? Anyways, it was good to talk to you all and actually do something. And I really hope you had a nice time. This is Bunny. Out.